Hey, hello, hello, hello. It is Mindset Monday Live Training Day. Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the replay. Do me a favor and put in the chat, let me know where you are watching from. I love to see where folks are watching from all over the world. For those of you that do not know me yet, you will soon. Hey, my name is Deanne Joy. I am the Midlife Reboot Mentor. I'm a transformation legacy coach. And this is my Mindset Monday Live Training Day. Hey, Renee. Hey, Judy. Thanks for jumping on. So while I am just sharing this out really quickly, do me a favor and go ahead and let me know where you are joining from, if you're live or on the replay, because I always come and check out all of the comments and come back and circle around and comment. So let me know where you're watching from. Say hello and let me know how your Monday is doing. All right, and I am, let's see, where am I? I know I'm live in here somewhere. All right, there we go. Let me just share this super quick. All right, Mindset Monday live training. So I am super excited, y'all, because this is honestly the first time in 3 weeks that I have actually had makeup on or just felt like my normal self, or even been dressed fully for that matter. So this is a big day for me. I have been down for the count for a little while. So, so it's been a little rough, but here I am. Okay, we've got choose joy. All right, there we go. We're good to go. Okay, awesome. So, Mindset Monday Live Training Day. Here's what we're talking about today. And this is super timely because it's just something I'm super excited about right now in my world. Like I am mad into gamification. So we are talking about how to gamify your life, how to, tap into our own natural intrinsic motivation for fun and adventure and competition and intrinsic rewards, how to tap into that to gamify your life, break through things that are keeping you held back, get your goals. That is what we are talking about today. So let me know if that's something that sounds exciting to you. And if you think there might be some other folks that you know that might be interested in learning a little bit about gamification, go ahead and share this out, okay? So here's the thing. And by the way, I've got a couple of different pages that this is running on, so I may not necessarily see all your comments. However, please comment, because when you do, I promise you I will circle back around and I will chat with you. It's so much more fun when you all engage with me than it is me talking to my computer screen. So remember when in childhood and adolescence, even in college, like life felt like a huge playground of possibilities, right? Just fun. Why are video games so addicting? Why do we use, reward charts and, things like that to motivate kids to do things that we want them to do, right? Well, we do all of that because we are intrinsically wired for competitiveness and gamification and fun. Right? That's why we use those kind of things to motivate kids. So, we motivate kids by setting up a reward system, celebrating their small wins. They, accumulate points and then they earn, bigger rewards. That's how we do it with kids. So what if we just did that in our lives and we tapped into that intrinsic motivation that we have? Right? Here's what I know from a psychological perspective. We are 4 to 5 times, I don't know what the exact science is, but 4 to 5 times more likely to move away from pain than we are to move toward pleasure, right? So we're more motivated by, I don't want to be fat, than we are by, I want to be healthy. We're more motivated by, I don't want to be alone, than we are by, I want to, share my life with someone else, right? However, here's the thing. that only motivates us typically in the short term. What science tells us, what social science and psychology tells us, is that by far, hands down, rewarding positive things, positive reinforcement, will maintain far longer lasting change and results than punishing the negative, right? Again, that's why we now know that, using positive reinforcement for kids, using a reward system is much more effective than taking away privileges and punishing. It doesn't maintain the long-lasting change. So, how do you do all of this in your own life? Here's the thing, I am all about, and maybe because I have been 3 weeks, I have been under the weather and, not playing a lot. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because my name is Joy. I don't know. But for whatever reason, I am mad, excited, and obsessed right now. Oh, and I'm also going through I'm doing a program that is kind of all about gamifying your coaching. I'm participating in a program. So all of that has got me completely obsessed with gamification, right? So if you've been around my community, you've probably seen me like Bitmojiing about, a bazillion and one times a day. I am obsessed with Bitmoji. I think it is so much fun, right? It's just about keeping things fun and light and an adventure. And making things into a game. Who doesn't like games, right? My daughter had her Halloween candy spread all over her room last night, right? And it was getting late, and it was, come on, are we going to do this? So what did we do to finally get it done? We made it into a game, right? We got a bag. We were shooting buckets, right? She was making some hoops. We made it into a game. Guess what? It got done in like 10.5 seconds. Actually, she prolonged it a little bit because she was having so much fun with the game. That's how it works, right? So I'm just going to periodically pop in and make sure that I'm not missing any comments on the pages that I am on here and the groups that I'm on. So here's how you use gamification in your life to bust through barriers and to get your goals, right? So there's a system for doing that, and the system is be really creative and have fun, right? So essentially what you want to do is you're going to identify the problem that you want to solve, right? Because initially with motivation, we are more motivated by moving away from the problem, right, than we are by moving toward the solution. So in order to get our goals in the first place, we first got to identify a problem that we want to solve, right? And then we turn that into a goal. So let's say the problem that we want to solve is being overweight, right? And then the goal becomes either losing weight, releasing weight, or getting healthy, right? I would say that framing it in the positive is a much more effective way to maintain that longer lasting commitment. Because what happens is if you frame it in the negative and your goal is to lose weight, right, as opposed to, which is moving away from what you don't want rather than toward what you do want, if you frame it as I want to lose weight, right, your motivation goes up. You're really motivated. This is what happens with brides, right? They're really motivated to get into that beautiful skinny wedding dress on their wedding day. So they're super motivated. They get, all the way down to their goal weight because their goal is to look damn good in their wedding dress on wedding day. What happens to their motivation when they've reached the end of their wedding day, right? Goes right down, right? Because there's nothing else motivating them to sustain that. So far better to, and far longer lasting to put goals into a positive so that we're moving toward what we want. So let's say that is being healthy, right? I want to be healthy. So no longer is it just about meeting that goal on that one day of getting into your dress. Now if you're wanting to be healthy, now the motivation is going to maintain that over time. Does that make sense? So, so let me know whether you're watching live or on the replay. Let me know if that makes sense to you. So the first thing we're going to do is identify the problem that you want to solve and then turn that into what is the goal that you want to have, okay? And then, so that's step one. Step two is, what are the activities that you need to perform in order to solve that problem or reach that goal, right? So we'll say, we'll use, weight loss. as you know, an example again. So what are the activities that you need to perform in order to solve that problem or reach that goal, right? Drop some in the comments for me. If you're watching live, again, if you're watching live or on the replay, drop some in the comments for me. Some of those things might be, you know, not eating 3 hours before bed. It might be getting up off the couch and going for a walk. It might be getting to the gym more regularly. It might be drinking more water, you know, drinking 8 glasses of water. It might be, you know, getting together with a friend and doing yoga, you know. So what are the activities that you need to perform to solve that problem or reach that goal? That's step 2. Step 3 is you set up small incremental rewards. Okay, so we're just gonna, for the sake of making it really simple and easy, let's say we use points, right? So you set up small incremental rewards like points, and basically, and this is just really simplifying it. By the way, there's a ton of apps out there right now that are implementing gamification. Is a really big thing, but it's basically using the same philosophy as videos and gaming. It's using that same philosophy. So there are actually several apps out there that use gamification for goal setting and goal getting. And I know blah, 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 I don't know what it is. I'll drop them. There are a few of them that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head, but I'll drop them in case it's something that you're interested in. But let's say you're just keeping track of it yourself, right? Let's say you'd set up small incremental rewards like points, right? So you gather points for your small incremental actions toward that bigger goal, right? And then if you really want to, you know, have a burst of motivation, right? Step 4 is you assign bonus points or bonus rewards for going above and beyond, for really stretching. So perhaps, you know, your goal is to exercise for 30 minutes, and on a particular day, you did an hour, right? So you're going to give yourself a bonus reward, right? Hopefully that's not going to be like eating a sundae, although, you know, why not? Because it's all about moderation, and, you know, so that works too, right? It's all about motivation. So step 5 is assigning those points. And then 6 is tracking your progress, and 7 is reward. So, you know, let's say if you instead of, you know, losing weight, for instance, so we're gonna, you know, set those smaller incremental goals. So instead of losing weight, for example, you might say that you want to lose 10 pounds by January, right? So you could assign those lose 10 pounds by January, that goal, you could assign that 500 points if it's a particularly important goal. If it's a big goal for you, if it's a smaller goal, you're going to assign fewer points, right? And then you set a reward for yourself. I love the idea of self-nurturing, particularly as women, because we are so not wired that way. So, you know, examples of rewards can include a spa day, you know, date night with your partner. It can include, you know, treats from your favorite bakery, or, you know, getting a new book, or, you know, getting a new journal, or getting some supplies for a hobby that you like to do, going out dancing, right? Any of those things. So if your smaller goals that, you know, exercising every day is worth 20 points, 10 or 20 points, you might reward yourself at 500 points, right? So you might wait until you reach your ultimate goal, or you might reward those smaller, more incremental goals, however many points that might take. So you record that decision, whatever your decision is, in advance, and you let yourself know, you set that reward for yourself when you've reached that goal. Okay, so when you get to 500 points, you get a spa day, you get a new outfit, you get date night with your partner, whatever it is that you've set as your goal. It sounds very simplistic, but let me tell you, it keeps you engaged, and it taps into our intrinsic motivation, our childlike spirit, our natural sense of competitiveness, right, with ourselves and with each other. It taps into the same thing that keeps us addicted to video games and keeps our kids addicted to video games, right? It's that immediate reward, that short-term reward. So the other thing you want to do is make up mini games, make up mini rewards along the way. So if you've got this big reward of spa day or a new outfit or, whatever it might be, the smaller goals, let's say when you reach 100 points, after you've gone and worked out however many times, I guess that would be 5 times. If each workout is 20 points, then you get yourself a treat from your bakery or whatever it might be. Okay, so that's one way to incorporate gamification into getting your goals, right? So the other thing that's really important with this is building in accountability. Establish accountability. Listen, it is far easier to keep a commitment, is it not? And drop in the comments if you let me know. When you are partnering with a friend, right? It's far easier to keep your commitment to a goal if you're doing it together, right? Is that true? So encourage a friend to gamify their life with you. If you're having trouble with making it with, keeping your commitments, have a friend do it with you. Establish that accountability so that you're setting those goals and you're on that journey together. Check in with your friend, set a time that you guys check in every day or every other day or once a week, and tell them about, the goal that you set aside for today and whether or not you accomplished that goal. Talk about what went well, what didn't go so well, so you know what you can improve on for tomorrow, right? So that's how you can use gamification to get your goals, right? How can you use it just in everyday life to improve your productivity, right? You can make up mini games while you're doing your chores. Let's say even if you're just laying around watching TV during commercial time, if you're not DVRing, right? If you're live, if you're old school and you're live, during time do 10 push-ups, right? Or when you're doing your laundry or you're doing grocery shopping, set a time limit and try to finish it as quickly as possible or within that time limit, right? I do this a lot with my kid. Let's set a certain amount of time and then let's see if we can get it done in that time. Or let's see how much time it takes us and try to, get it down as short a time as possible. Make up winning mini games along the way. Let's see, what else can you do? Implement loading screen games into your life, like old school. What was that game where you had to fit the pieces together? Tetris, right? When you're waiting for the game, there's this loading screen, right? While you're for the game. So just like doing the push-ups during commercials, you can have those kind of loading games on your daily basis, in your daily schedule. So if you've got a commute to work, you can, one of your loading games for a goal of, improving your own self-awareness, improving your life might be to listen to an audiobook, or if there's a particular goal or skill that you're working on, might be to listen to an audiobook on your commute. So those are some ways that you can build in using gamification to increase your productivity. And what you'll find is that you will accomplish so much more with your free time, little by little, when you incorporate these little things, these little gamification hacks. It's just a mind hack. That's all it is a mind hack, right? So here's one of the reasons this is so top of mind for me right now, and I'll share with you how we're incorporating this. So we just started, last week, started my group coaching program, my No Regrets group coaching program. And on Saturday, we had our first group coaching call. So I'll share with you how I am gamifying the bejesus out of my group coaching program, and I am having so much fun with it. So here are some of the ways that I'm doing that. You can see these balloons behind me, right? And the little party favor. Oh, my head's in the way. Little party favor. and the balloons and the little squishy cake over here. This is all from my group coaching call on Saturday. So it was our first kickoff call, and this is a group for women in midlife. And so the theme was, let's get this midlife party started, right? So I challenged them to wear their party hats or wear some party garb to show up for our live call. And so, and then I had all of my beads on until they got too heavy, and then I had to take them off. I had my hat on with my sparkles and all that good stuff. So what here's how I kept them engaged and encouraged them to show up. I said, okay, for our live call, we're gonna have a reward, a prize at the end of the live call for the person that shows up and plays the hardest, right? Here's how you're going to earn points. I was thinking of calling them joy points, but then I didn't know how that would be construed by some people. Some people might think it's really cute, but some may take it the wrong way. So anyway, I said, this is how you'll earn points, and then the person that really plays the hardest will win a prize at the end. You'll earn points for showing up on the live call as opposed to the replay, for being on camera as opposed to just on audio, because this this work is all about stepping out and being seen in a bigger way, right? And so showing up on camera, participating in the discussion, either getting live coaching or asking a question in some way. And then I had a lot of fun. Actually, I might even still have them here. So throughout the call, I had these little secret words that as I was, oh gosh, they really were hard to see. I have to get some really dark markers. So anyway, they did get them though. So I would just hold these up throughout, right? And not say anything, but I let them know the secret words. Like that would be one of the things that they would get points on, whoever had all of the secret words, that I had put up throughout the training. So I would hold these up, right? And then at the end, when I said, okay, go ahead and type in the secret words, then, whoever had all those secret words, they would get some points. So at the end of that, and I didn't reveal what the prize was, they didn't get the last word until the very end. And so that was my way of keeping them engaged on the call and keeping them, active and in it. And at the end of that, the person that really kind of played full out and got the most joints or points for all those things is getting a signed copy of my book in a few weeks. So that's one of the things that we did, just to gamify things and make it fun on our first call. And what's really fun is we'll be doing that throughout. So Mondays are our Monday Fun Day theme, right? So it's just about embracing the adventure that life is, stepping out of our comfort zone, doing something that is fun, tapping into making life into an adventure and into a game. And the really cool thing about this is that there is massive transformation happening at the same time, right? There is massive shifts going on because you see these little wins showing up on camera. You wouldn't believe how hard that is for some people to just be seen on camera, to ask a question or get live coaching, to do something fun and then post about it in our Facebook group, or to post a selfie or to do a video. Those are really big challenges. And so, you can see where that is moving through the bitchy inner critic that says, I'm not enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not where these people are, I'm not as far along on my journey, I'm way more screwed up than they are, they've got their shit together, I don't. You can see where those little activities that I'm gamifying really create massive breakthrough and transformation. So the super freaking cool fun thing about it is, we are having fun, we're having an adventure, we're gamifying it, but we're having massive transformation all at the same time without even realizing it. That's the super cool thing. So, so for Monday Fun Day, for instance, their challenge today, should they choose to accept it, is to do something fun, adventuresome, stepping out of their comfort zone a little bit, and they get bonus points. So they get some points if they do that. They get bonus points if they share it in the Facebook group. And if they do a Bitmoji, because I'm a bit Bitmoji obsessed right now, or take a selfie or a video of something, then they'll get more points. So along the way in this 12-week program, they're going to have a way of sort of tracking their own star chart, their own points, and then they'll have incremental wins along the way. It's just tapping into that, that how we are wired naturally, those dopamine and what are the other amine systems, serotonin levels and the dopamine levels, all that good stuff, all the good chemicals that we release, you know, when that are released when we are, you know, tapping into, you know, gamifying and making fun and having adventure and stretching ourselves. So that's how we're building it into, that's how I'm building it into my group coaching program. And I'll have, you know, little challenges along the way for them that, you know, stretch goals and things. And then, you know, periodically, like I said, they'll earn like prizes. At the end, they'll have a big, if they get to graduation, they get to mission accomplished and they've gotten the goals that they set out, they'll have an even bigger prize. So it's super fun. And I got to tell you, I have a great screenshot at the end of my call with everybody like, ah, at the end of my group call. And it was great and it was fabulous. And it's a way to really disarm, you know, people's inhibitions, you know, and their anxieties about how they appear. Because when we're in the spirit of playfulness, we can't get into our heads and be in that spirit of playfulness at the same time. Does that make sense? So, so that's why I am so obsessed with gamification right now, because I'm in the midst of, and I keep coming up with all these brilliant ideas about how to gamify and make this an adventure in transformation. Super freaking cool and so stinking exciting. So, so here's what I want you to do. Tell me drop in the chat, again, whether you're on live or on the replay, tell me a goal that you want to gamify in your own life. What's something that you can gamify in your life that you can make into a game? Small incremental rewards like points. Doesn't have to be a big deal, by the way. You can use one of these apps, but you can also just do a little star chart on your fridge, right? It doesn't have to be high tech. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to take math skills. You know, you just use your brilliant creative imagination and tap into what we're naturally motivated to do, right? So tell me something that, a goal that you have or something that you're working toward, or, you know, somewhere where you're having a challenge that you can gamify, right? And if you need feedback about how to gamify it, I will circle back around and I will give you feedback. If you've got an idea, I want you to share it. Okay, so yeah, there you go. So that is your Mindset Monday Live training day for today. Gamify your life. Make it into a game. Make it an adventure. Make it playful. Give yourself small incremental wins and rewards along the way. I promise you that your life will be more productive, that you will get more of your goals, and that you'll have a shit ton of fun along the way. So, if you have any questions about how we do that, if you want to know more about how I do this in my group coaching program, drop me a message. I'll tell you more about it. That program is open at all times. It's what's called a rolling admission. So you can come in at any time and join in the fun and the adventure. Because here's what I know. Transformation and change does not have to be heavy. It does not have to be hard. It does not have to be work. It can actually be fun and light and healing and you know, something that you really look forward to and embrace. That's where transformation really happens and really takes place at the deeper subconscious level. All right, y'all, I got super excited about gamification today because I haven't been well enough to stay on for this long. So I went a little longer than I planned, yet hopefully you got some value from it. So drop a note, comment, let me know if you got value from this, and let me know what you're going to gamify in your own life. All right? Peace and blessings to you. Oh, book launch. Next Wednesday, November 13th is book launch day. Guess what, y'all? I'll be gamifying my book launch too. I'm going to be running a leaderboard. Who's going to be, you know, sharing it out with more people, you know, helping me to get it to bestseller. So watch for that. You may just get some prizes there too. So gamification, it is all the rage. All right, talk to y'all soon. Peace and blessings.